What's up, y'all, and welcome back to another edition of that Rampage review show on the Tricology News Talk. I'm your host, as always, the Tricology master himself, and with me is my co-host, as always, Mr. Leland Benford. What's up, bro?
What is up, guys? Happy Saturday. It is time to review some Ring of Honor AEW Rampage.
Yeah, I gotta say this Rampage was pretty good. The opener and the main event was pretty good. The opener.
Oh yeah, facts. It was definitely good opener. We got a lot of Ring of Honor storyline pushed in. It seemed like Rampage may be the spot that they're using to push the Ring of Honor storylines.
Yeah, because this is the one of is definitely a build up to the next Ring of Honor pay-per-view definitely for Dishonor. But but we are getting a certain title match next week, which we'll get to that in a second. But let's discuss what happened at the opener of the show is which Eddie Kingston takes on Kenzo Tsuyoshi, and as always, the entrance takes place on YouTube, which is always. But this is Kingston's first match since Blood and Guts last week. So this is definitely to see how he is for this match. But everything from top to bottom was pretty good. And so like after the break, Kingston and Teixeira exchanged strikes on the apron. This ended with Teixeira hitting a German suplex on the apron, who then rolled to the floor and try another German suplex. Kingston reversed it into a explosive suplex on the floor, and both guys made it in before the referee's 10 count. And then back in the ring, both guys exchanged lariats. Kingston got the layer bomb for a near fall. Teixeira blocked the spinning back fist and got a brain buster for the near fall. Both men exchanged forearms and palm strikes on their knees, battering up to their feet. Kingston hit a half suplex, but Teixeira comes back with a lariat. After more back and forth strikes, Kingston caught Teixeira with a spinning back fist and then basically fell on top of him for the pin. This was a very hard-hitting match worth to watch to go watch and see.
Yeah, you got the young bull in there with the old vet. I think it was a good clash of styles. Also, this Rampage, we got Jim Ross and Tony Schiavone and Excalibur back on commentary, which I feel like I think they're going to be heading up Rampage, which for me makes Rampage more a must-watch because we get the original commentating team. But good job on JR putting over Kingston in this match. I think it was a good clash of styles. You know, this old vet, they were really battling at the end. A lot of hard hits, which you expect with a Kingston match. So yeah, really good match, really good opener.
Oh yeah, absolutely a great opener. And so after that, Athena and Chris Statlander cut a promo on Jade Cargill, calling her a coward and afraid to defend her TBS championship. So as we all like we mentioned before, this all leading up to one of them getting a shot at Jade, probably at Battle of the Belts, if I had to take a guess, or maybe at Fyter Fest Night 2. I don't know, maybe one of those special events.
Right.
So during the break, we got a commercial of the AEW biography series on a certain WWE wrestler that's going to be aired. It is what it is. And then we got a hook promo highlighting that there's always he's thrown people around and made them tap out. So the pretty good promo here from Hook. And then next up, we got a tag team matchup with the Gates of Anchordy with Tony Blatcher on their side versus Lee Moriarty and the ROH World Champion Jonathan Gresham. And then one of the ROH personnel, Captain Coleman, did commentary for the match, and then Bobby Cruz did the ring announcement for there. And then
so this became pretty much just a Ring of Honor production at this point.
Yeah, so anytime ROH is represented, they always got to be out there. They always
Yep. And that's good. They got the commentator who's more familiar with the history of all the wrestlers. They got the announcer to give it that different feel, different appeal. And then we got the ROH champion up there, Gresham, who's a hell of a talent. Lee Moriarty, man, I think he needs to work on his ring apparel, apparel. I hate that baseball shirt he comes out in, or the jersey. I don't know. He's such a good talent. I feel like they need to package him better or not leave it in his hands to dress himself. I think he's a hell of a star, a hell of a talent. He needs to come out to the ring looking as such. But yeah, we had the Gates of Agony. Those guys looked impressive with Tully and Tully Blanchard Enterprises. Those guys looked really impressive in this match.
Yeah, so after the break, Moriarty did most of the work in this match. So he knocked both Gates of RTO to the floor, and finally getting the opportunity to make the tag, he dived into the corner, and Gresham short armed him on the tag, and then just walked away from the ring. So Moriarty tried to fight both Gates in the ring while on the floor. Blanchard and Gresham hugged, and they discussed the lariat from turn Moriarty inside out, and then a jukebox for Lionel, and then got the pin. So Jonathan Gresham is now with the Tony Blanchard crew right now, and we did not expect to see that turn. We
did not expect that, and I think this is Tony Khan's way of keeping this Ring of Honor brand interesting and taking the opportunities they have on Rampage to tell some interesting stories. So it's a heel turn out of nowhere on Rampage to push Gresham and to keep his name relevant. So now we have a heel champion in Ring of Honor. Heel champions, I think, are always more interesting than babyface champions, and it's more of a reason to want to watch him get beat up. So now we want to see Lee Moriarty get his revenge for turning his back and making him get all the punishment of that hard-hitting match with this giant tag team, Gates of Agony.
Yeah, but Jonathan Gresham and Lee Moriarty's story is not over yet, which we'll get to
sir.
that. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But Eddie Kingston got a great promo backstage. Kingston praised and promised to get Jericho's blood for Ruby Soho and the Blackpool Combat Club. Kingston challenged Jericho to the barbed wire death match. Every drop of blood is a sin that you committed, Chris. And the last drop of blood before you pass out. That's for my Ruby. So
they also said somebody was going to be suspended from a shark cage because it's Shark Week on Discovery Channel. And I'm afraid they're kind of going into some WCW territories here when we have people suspended from shark cages. It's always a spectacle, don't get me wrong, but we're kind of treading into some WCW type territory here, some Vince Russo action, if you will, with the suspended from a shark cage. But I guess if your big company is telling you, hey, I need you to incorporate Shark Week some kind of way into your program, and it's wrestling, only thing that makes sense is a shark cage.
Yes, the entire JAS Jericho Appreciation Society will be suspended in the shark cage. But when they did that promo, I thought they was going to be in the shark cage in water with all the sharks. Like, yeah, that was just a little promo of Shark Week, like you said. But it would be interesting if they did that. But I feel like they're just going to hang them on top of the ceiling on the shark cage. That kind of made more sense. But
yeah, I
don't know.
Seeing I seen a story like a month ago saying that Warner Brothers or Turner wanted AEW to incorporate Shark Week some kind of way into their programming when Shark Week is happening. So this is their way of incorporating it. We get people suspended from a shark cage.
Yeah, but I don't know. But we see in the past, like, people try to find their way to escape the shark cage.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see how they come up with those interesting ways. Then they do a whole little chain where they link up and crawl down each other.
Well, let's just hope one of them is not close to claustrophobic. So after that Kingston promo, we got a tag team match with Serena Deeb and the ROH Women's World Champion Mercedes Martinez defeating two local women's wrestlers. Coleman was still on commentary for the match, and Dee dominated both of the opponents until Martinez attached herself in. Martinez hung Marie in the ropes with a suplex. Dee attached herself back in and locked Marie into the Serena lock and get the tap out. And then after the match, Martinez tried to break up Dee from that submission, but afterwards, Dee clotheslined Martinez and locked in the Serena lock on Martinez, who quickly tapped. So Pencil, this is definitely set up for Dee versus Martinez for the ROH pay-per-view, definitely for his honor for the women's world title.
Yeah, I feel like this could have been a little bit longer. A little bit more storytelling. Here's another like Ring of Honor kind of AEW mix segment where you have this like AEW OG Serena Deeb with Mercedes Martinez, who's a veteran, who's the Ring of Honor Women's Champion. More Ring of Honor kind of storytelling, but it was an AEW match. Definitely the flip at the end with Serena attacking Mercedes was good to keep that rivalry going. We always knew it was going to happen. Now I'm looking to kind of see their match at Death Before Dishonor, so we can see if Serena Deeb can get her belt or Ring of Honor belt, and then maybe she can come and collect the AEW belt as well. She'd be the first woman in this dual company to kind of have both belts.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll see what happens in the coming weeks. So they started them off as a tag team, but that tag team kind of exploded.
Yeah, we always knew that they're both heels. There's no way a heel tag team is going to make it that far.
Well, in this situation, yeah, I'm thinking Mercedes be the babyface here, and then Serena will be the heel here.
I'm so used to seeing Mercedes as a heel that I don't even when she is babyface, I don't even.
Well, let's call it her a anti-heel. Let's call it that. Let's call her that. Yeah, we'll call her that. An anti-heel for Mercedes. We'll call her that. So
there you go.
More sense.
Yeah, because she's just been a heel wrestler for so long. It's weird seeing her, like even her like costumes, like all black and blue. Either they kind of was matching yesterday a little bit in their ring attire. I wonder if that was on purpose. But yeah, I always just see her come out as that heel role. So but she did get the babyface sympathy yesterday for being attacked and broadsided. So they are making her more of a babyface.
Yeah. So it is what it is, but we'll see how what's next for Deeb and Martinez in the coming weeks. But Tony Schiavone interviewed Jonathan Gresham and Tony Blanchard. Gresham was sitting at home until Blanchard called him up. Despite signing a contract back in March, Schiavone announced Tony Khan has made Gresham versus Lee Moriarty for the ROH women for the ROH World Title official for next week's Rampage. So, I say they might have a screw finish on Rampage, and then we might get a rematch at Death Before Dishonor. That's why I feel like it might happen.
Yeah, I think until Ring of Honor gets their weekly TV, they're gonna have to do something to kind of do something to keep these stories going in between, their big pay-per-view. It's kind of hard to sell a pay-per-view if there's no weekly TV building up to these things. So I think you're right. Most likely there's going to be some kind of screw finish or something's going to happen to keep this story going, or another challenger pops up for that Ring of Honor championship to make Death of Dishonor kind of more of a must-watch show. What if they don't have Moriarty and Gresham be the main event? Maybe it's Gresham versus somebody we don't even know they have planned to come into that spot and make that. Because think about it. If you have FTR versus Briscoes, and then your main event is Gresham versus Moriarty, No dig at Moriarty, but he's just not a name yet to make you want to. That's not a main event that's going to be worth watching compared to, which is now technically like the bigger main event, which is FTR versus the Briscoes. So if you want your Ring of Honor belt to mean more, it's going to have a big name attached to go against Gresham for Dishonor. So maybe this is a way to kind of let Gresham show his skills, beat Moriarty. He goes and cut a promo, and then someone comes out and say, I challenge you for that Ring of Honor title. And that's how we're going to get that big name attached for that main event for Death Before Dishonor.
Yeah, because Gresham going to need a challenger for Death Before Dishonor. Because
and Moriarty is just not the name to do it at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. So Gresham going to need a challenger for Death Before Dishonor. Because like I said, now next week we might get a screw finish, and then that might lead up to another match at Death Before Dishonor. So that's why I think it's gonna happen. And main event promo. Tony Nese was about to talk, but Dan Helston, a Jet, it said, it was awesome. So it was got a back and forth. This is all a story of them Tony Nese and Mark Sterling trying to get Strickland fired. So that's what's on the line in the main event tonight. But so let's run down the cards for this coming week. So the Fighter Fest week 1 on this coming Dynamite, we got Claudio versus Jake Hager, Anna Jay versus Serena D, Christian Cage interview, and then also Luchasaur is going to be in action, and then the AEW World Tag Team titles in a triple threat with the Young Bucks versus Short Strickland and Keith Lee versus Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs. And then the Rampage Fighter Fest night 1 next Friday. It's the Gun Club will be interviewed, Private Party versus the Lucha Brothers, and then the ROH World Title match with Jonathan Gresham and Lee Moriarty. And then Fighter Fest night 2 and the following week, it's Kingston versus Jericho in a barbed wire death match with the entire Jericho Appreciation Society suspended in a shark cage.
Yep, I know Vince Russo is going to be watching that one.
Absolutely. So, main event time. We got Orange Cassidy versus Tony Nese, and if Nese wins, Cassidy has to sign the petition that will have Short Strickland kick out of the AEW roster. So, like I said before, the main event was really great, and this is kind of to see if Orange Cassidy still got it, even though he made his return at Forbidden Door. We want to see how if he still can go after that being out for so long. But he definitely put out a great match along with Tony Nese, and Tony Nese had a great outing as well.
Yeah, Tony Nese, this Orange Cassidy match and Tony Nese match was really good. Got the "This is awesome" chant from the crowd. They used Danhausen perfectly. Mark Sterling, they used him perfectly. We thought Danhausen was going to curse Mark Sterling, but didn't. Just gave him a straight punch to the nads. Now this is a really good match. I mean, it's everything you wanted from this kind of match. Like, it was high impact, it was fast. Tony Nese is a super pro. I had one issue with this match that Cassidy hit like 3 DDTs in a row. I thought that was a little repetitive, and it makes the DDT look weak if you try to if you try to pin him after every DDT, and it's a kick out every time. So I would have liked it if the DDT kind of was stuck a little bit better, or just did the 1, but to do 3 like that was towards the end of the match. But great pop from the crowd, really good entertaining match. It's exactly what Orange Cassidy match is, and Tony Nese is a legit pro. So really good match.
Yeah, absolutely. So after the break, Nese had Cassidy locked in the body stitches. Cassidy went for the spinning DDT, but Nese reversed it into the Northern Light suplex, attempted for a near fall. Nese punched Cassidy down to the mat in the corner, then placed him on the top turnbuckle. Cassidy blocked the suplex for attempt twice, then knocked Nese on the mat. Dan Helsey and Neat got into a competition on the floor. Then this distraction gave Cassidy the advantage. Cassidy hit a stun gun millionaire and a Manuka driver for the near fall. Neat went for the pump handle slam, but Cassidy countered into a spinner DDT, hit a second DDT, and then came off to the top for a diving DDT for a near fall. And then Sterling got up of the apron to confront Cassidy, who responded with his high impact kicks. Sterling sold it like it was a death, like he was really hurt. Like, come on, man. Those are little baby kids. How the little baby kids from Orange County will hurt you, man? You're really selling that.
He's a lawyer. Christ. He's a lawyer. He's trying to get a lawsuit.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
He said, look, you all saw him physically attack me. I have proof. I'm gonna take him to court. That's how a lawyer thinks, right?
Oh my God. We gotta get out of this court match. I like that. That's just being stupid.
Oh, he's a lawyer. That's his gimmick.
Stupid. Oh my God. It distracted Cassidy. Neat caught Cassidy with a pump handle into a sit-out tombstone for another near fall. Neat missed a charging knee in the corner and began selling his knee. Referee Aubrey Edwards checked on Neat's knee. Sterling came into the ring to hit Cassidy with a clipboard for the petition, but Dan Housley punched him a low blow. Dan Housley cursed Neat, and then Cassidy flew in and hit the orange punch and got the pinfall there. Definitely a great main event here, but fighter thoughts for the whole show. Even though I like Hook Housing, but Cassidy and Dan Helsey was kind of the pair that you never knew that you definitely needed until now. And like I said before, the main event and the opener were definitely great matches. Even though the ROH stuff kind of dragged the show a little bit, but it's still kind of setting up for their pay-per-view definitely before they start coming up soon. And especially the tag team breakups that set up for their respective title matches. And JR definitely put Cassidy over during commentary. Tashesha had a great star match with Kingston, and then Kingston had a great promo setting up that barbed wire death match with Jericho. That was definitely money. So definitely a strong Rampage shows tonight.
Yeah, Rampage was a good show. They got the Ring of Honor stuff in there. Definitely a strong main event. The crowd went home happy with that main event for sure. Better booking than it was last week with Blood and Guts, which I felt like was that last week? Was that the week before? Everything been moving so fast. I think it was the week before. But definitely better booking than the previous with Blood and Guts, and everyone left in the middle of it because they were like just exhausted by wrestling because of how much it was. So yeah, I think this one was definitely a much better Rampage, and we're getting a lot more Ring of Honor stuff in as we get closer to Death Before Dishonor.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we got Fighter Fest to look forward to, and then after that, there's Battle of the Bells, and then another special show that's happening in I think in August before we get to All Out in September for Labor Day weekend. But a pretty good Rampage show, and I did not want to talk about the whole bit scandal today.
Ooh, let's talk about it.
Yeah, that kind of blew my mind yesterday, but it's definitely going to be a discussion for the Respect the Combat recording.
I might have to jump on that one with you guys for that conversation, buddy.
Oh my goodness, man.
Look, I ain't gonna lie, Trico. It was a couple of months ago. This is a true story. A couple of months ago, I was arguing with some guys on a wrestling group that I'm a part of, and these guys were like bigging up Vince, like just straight bigging up. And I was like, guys, you don't know the guy. Like, they're talking about him like they really know this man. And I'm like, man, you don't know him. I was like, he's a rich old man. They do crazy stuff all the time. And then here we go. we're starting to learn about all the crazy stuff this rich old man has been doing. So for everybody who be putting these guys on pedestals, like you know them for real, be careful with that because they go disappoint you. And here it is.
Yeah. Oh my God. Tomorrow, next week's episode is gonna be a real crazy. Even Donna saying like, "Oh, divide everyone," because this episode is gonna be a crazy one. I'm like, you ain't got to tell me. I already know. You ain't got to tell me.
Yeah, this is going to be definitely a good. That's going to be a good one to talk about because, boy, things are shaking up over at the E.
Yeah, but man, it's crazy, man. But anything else you want to plug in before we wrap up?
Not right now. I'm continuing to write this short film about wrestling video games that I'm looking forward to showing everybody once it comes out. But right now, man, looking forward to next week's Rampage and Dynamite.
Hey, yo, you remember the No Mercy sequel that we supposed to get but end up turning to Def Jam Vendetta?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was kind of my elements for when I wrote up the wrestling script I had.
Oh, gotcha. Yo, I wish there was a new Def Jam game coming out. That'd be sick. That's actually why I'm looking so forward to the AEW game, since they were trying to base it off like the No Mercy engine and things like that. I'm looking forward to it. I still play my WCW versus NWO Revenge. That game is a lot harder than I remember it being. I still haven't won a belt on it yet. I tried like many times. They be tearing me up with that game. I forgot how hard that game was. But still a fun game, and we got to do an AEW game review when that comes out in September. It looks like.
I haven't heard anything, but I want to see the actual gameplay and see how it is.
I need to see like a full like from start to finish match. That'd be great. But until they're ready, I don't want them to rush it either.
Yeah.
But it looks like Kenny Omega said that they're really putting a lot of time and effort into it, and it's been ramping up a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. But other than that, he's Leland and I'm Trico, and we'll see y'all next time for the Dynamite review. We'll see y'all.
Peace.